Wow, that was cool. The oscillation of that kick drum, that was pretty sick, actually. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and welcome back to another reaction episode. In these videos, I like to break down and talk about all these different aspects of your favorite songs. A lot of these actually are requests, so you can leave a comment below if you have any requests. But I talk about the lyrics, the production, the music, the vocals, all these different aspects. And the goal is to help you enjoy and understand your favorite songs just a little bit more. That being said, I'm a musician myself. If you want to check out my music, it's Jacob Restituto wherever you listen. There's a link in the description. You could also check out the new merch that I just released. And if you have any questions or just want to say what's up or have any requests, you can text me at 1-833-575-0948. Let's see what we got. Alright, this is the second track on the album, DNA. Nice, that is a cool sound. That is a cool sound. So that sounds like some sort of like, I want to say like toy piano sound, and the toy piano has a very distinct sound. And actually, if you listen to like scary music, Halloween music, typically like that toy piano is like a very reoccurring instrument. But this is actually pretty cool. Like I would also say like the Melanie Martinez style music has a lot of it, like this toy piano sound. It has a very distinct tone as opposed to a regular piano. But this is really cool how it's chopped up and I would say almost sampled. It's really cool. Nice panning echo. That's pretty cool. Kind of has that tone of like the heart rate monitor. And talking about DNA, you know, the body, like the health.
Does he tell you he loves you when you least expect it? Does he flood your heart when he kisses your neck?
Some pretty full eighth note 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and really full bass going on. It's also, I say full because like it's not just right straight up the center. Typically like a bass will be like right up the center, and you have the but sometimes when you're doing this like pulsing style bass, it's nice when you kind of pan it out a little bit. It just creates just a fuller sound for the listener. And the benefit to having fuller sound is it gets the listener a little bit more involved. Like it feels like they're in the song a little bit more, whereas as opposed to everything just straight up the center, it just kind of gives this more involving sound. Nice, that's cool. So I know I'm only on the second track of this album, and I know it was also released in 2012, which when like the EDM was a little bit more popular than I feel like it is today, and like dubstep had a little bit more influence. But I do like how this album seems a little bit more like EDM, electronic style than pop style. You know, I think like, and when I say pop, I say with a grain of salt too, because like they're not typical pop in the sense of like obviously their voices are insane. Second of all, they use different chord progressions typically. Like they're not afraid to leave the key, especially with their voices, especially with the chord progression. So I say pop with a grain of salt, but this has definitely a bit more of a like a electronic style to it, which is pretty cool. I gotta say, this is one of the first times I'm really noticing straight, like one person singing vocals in this so far. Like I feel like it's just been layered vocals, which is totally cool, or harmonies going on. But I feel like now we just got that one straight vocal coming in, which I bet they're all gonna come in now, which is gonna give this really cool contrasting effect, which is like the single vocal one vocal versus this whole layering of vocals. That's pretty sick, man. I like that melody. That's cool. This definitely has like a dubstep influence to it, and I feel like everything did at the moment. I mean, I think in 2012, Taylor Swift's Red album came out, which had "I Knew You Were Trouble," and that like listen to the drums have a very, very, very distinct dubstep sound to it. But it's cool how like that genre is kind of slightly changed, you know, as time goes on. Like I would say the early 2000s are probably a little bit more R&B style influenced. But like for example here, if you listen to the drums, it's a really, really, really fat and this punchy fat kick drum with this really huge snare, and it's like a pretty simple drum beat. Like the snare only happens like I'd say like once, maybe twice a measure. super full reverb on the snare. You can hear it once the snare hits in the center, it pans out the reverb to the left and right. I like the stuttering.
It's the blue in his eyes that helps me see the future. Fingerprints that leave me covered for days. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that was cool. The oscillation of that kick drum, that was pretty sick.
I don't have any first degree, but I know what he does to me. No need to work it out, it's unfamiliar.
All right, so what you're hearing right now is you're hearing something called the an arpeggio. It's like you typically on a synthesizer, but you can do it on a VST synth, like a virtual synth. This, as opposed to something, this is an analog synth. But what it is instead of playing a single note on the piano, you're actually taking the chord. I'm sorry, a single chord on the piano. It's taking the chord and it's like da 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 da. It's breaking it up da 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 and into several different notes. That was cool. Very cool. So here, that my heart won't beat again. Now that we have that reintroduction of the heartbeat monitor, but we also have this high pass filter going on with the drums, where it sounds like the drums are a little bit thinner, like kind of farther in the background. See how the kick drum doesn't have that fullness to it? It's just a mid-range, almost tom sounding drum. Nice. Oh, you hear that reverse vocal, that panning them in? That was cool. I like how when they'll sing something, they'll sing the main melody, da, 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 and then there's this call and response echo, da, 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 da. You know how it's like it's responding to that. I think it's pretty cool. That's sick. That's really cool. Wow, serious layering of the vocals. And panning.
I'm the X to his Y, it's the color of his eyes. He can do no wrong, no, he don't need to try. Made from the best, he passes all the tests. Got my heart beating fast.
Wow, it's the first time you can actually hear the accents in their singing. It's interesting how some artists lose their accent, some don't. Like, for example, Ed Sheeran does not lose his accent. Ellie Goulding does not lose her accent. But I feel like they lose a bit of their accent for most of their singing, which I don't know why that is. Like, even like One Direction, a lot of them lose their accents when they're singing. Nice vocal run right in the center. I also think it's cool how the bass is kind of sparse in the sense of like it's hitting and then pulling out. Like it's only hitting for like half of the measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Pretty sick, man. I think that's really cool. Very cool. All right, well, hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, you can leave a comment if you want me to react to and break down any of your favorite songs. If you want to text me, 1-833-575-0948. If you're in the U.S., regular text message. Outside the U.S., WhatsApp, same exact number. If you want to check out my music, I just released a new song today, a new song coming out next week. Trying to start getting back on the once a week kind of thing. So if you want to check it out, it means a lot to me. Jacob Restituto, wherever you listen. If you want to check out the new merch, link in the description. I'll see you guys next time. God bless and peace out.